Hello YouTubers, only me. It's Friday the 21st of November 2025. Got a lot of updates. I'm going to try not to talk for too long because quite a bit of ice. Quite a bit. I mean, yeah, some has melted, but I'm trying to concentrate when I'm walking. So I'm like, if you see me slipping, well, and the phone crashing, well, that's my fault. So, start off with, I finished the Lean project last month. The training one I was on about, finished that one. It was at Acklam Hall. And funny enough, I literally went, that looks like a school. And funny enough, it used to be. I was like, oh. Literally, I didn't do any research because, to be honest, I actually forgot where we were going. I knew we weren't going back to the university, but I just didn't know where we were going after that. So, yeah. So, yeah, went there. Obviously, it's a wedding venue now. What else? Been to the cinema twice last month. The first time I went to the cinema, I was trying to make a decision between either seeing Tron Ares or I Swear. I don't know if you remember that vlog, but I was like going, what can I watch? Tron Ares or I Swear? And I was like, kind of like pick between the two because I could only see one. So I was like, and funny enough, it was actually BBC Breakfast who made my mind for me, because at first I was going to see Tron Ares. I really was. I was going to see Tron Ares, but in a roundabout way, BBC Breakfast convinced me to see I Swear. So that's what I did. I saw I Swear. And plus it's a true movie, so I couldn't, walk away from a true movie. So it was quite a day. So yeah, I really fully enjoyed I Swear, about a guy with Tourette's syndrome. And how he was able to cope and stuff like that. And yeah. Anyway, what else? The second time I went to the cinema, you better believe it, I got to see Tron Ares. I was quite surprised it was still on, to be honest. And when I told my friend, who I call my sister, that I was going to see Tron Ares, she was like, well, I've seen it and you will enjoy it. And I was like, okay. And I did. I really did enjoy it. I mean, obviously I've watched all 3 Trons now, but I've watched them in a very unusual order, because normally I watch things in order. But I started off with watching number 2. And then somewhere along the lines, I ended up watching the first one. And then obviously now the third one. So, yeah. Crazy. Absolutely crazy, but it is what it is. So, yeah. Got to see Tron Ares, so I really did enjoy it. What else have I been up to? I'm still applying for jobs left, right and centre. I applied for Heron Foods, but I think it's now a lost cause because it's been just slightly over 4 weeks. So I've now applied for personal assistant for Disability North. For supporting people like myself. that I probably might be good at. I even applied for Bernardo's in Blaydon. I think it's Blaydon. So I've applied for that. See what happens. There's only so few I've now kind of like, applied for now. But after the meeting this morning, because I had a meeting this morning at the library, literally the same time when the library opens, funny enough, they were kind of interviewing me, like, what kind of job am I looking for? Will I be good at this job, that job, the other job? And obviously I had to be very honest about what job could be, me. And they asked what dream job I would love to have. I said, I would love to be an actor. That's still my dream job, even though I've left Spectrum on the 3rd of April, but that's still my dream job, is to be an actor. So she sent us a link for that one. I think it's called NE14 or NE14.tv, something like that. I was like, I give him a try kind of nudge. I thought, okay, I'll do that. She even recommended, I think it was gardening in the city area, only for like a day taster. I don't know when that will be, but it'd be like for a day, and it would be like talking about what they do, how they work, etc., etc. And if it's for me, it's for me. If it's not, then I can say, well, this is not for me, because it is voluntary. So I'm like, okay. I mean, I love going out in the outdoors. I mean, I said that to her anyway. And she saw that I was very positive, very well spoken, and stuff like that. I thought, that's good qualities. Told her my, obviously, strengths, like, and skills that I'm really good at, like IT, media editing, etc., etc. And I think, yeah. Oh, which reminds me, I need to send her my CV to say this is the CV I've done, with a bit of help, and then just take it from there. So I had that today. I actually thought it was a Twist and Ducks today, to be honest, because I was going to have a meeting with the Twist and Ducks last week, a week ago today, and I had to cancel it near enough at the last second because I had to take my mum to the hospital to make sure that everything was a-okay, like brain tumor hasn't grown and stuff like that, mainly the brain tumor situation. But it turns out she has got something wrong. It's to do with her blood. That she has to eat plenty of fruit and veg. She has to have these dissolvable tablets 4 times a day. Well, I've been telling her off recently. She had them. She had 4 the day after the hospital, but then yesterday she only had 2, and I was like, Mum, you're supposed to have 4. And she was like, Kieran, I'm bloated. I'm like, you're supposed to have 4. I was like, I'm telling the doctor. I was literally being a proper child. I was like, I'm telling the doctor. I'm going to tell you off. Well, I'm not going to tell you off. I think the doctor's going to tell you off. Luckily, she's had 3 today, so I'm hoping to push her for a 4th. I'm hoping. I'm hoping to push her for a fourth one. I think it's the third one. I think. I'm not 100% sure. It was either her second or her third one today, but anyway. One of the two. But I was like, yeah, I'm still going to tell the doctor though that you haven't been taken for a day. Well, it's one tablet 4 times a day, sorry. So, yeah. So, yeah, I was literally telling her off. Literally, I was like, Mum, you're supposed to have 4. Not just 2, you're supposed to have 4. She wasn't having it. It's like, fine, but I'm still going to tell the doctor though. See what the doctor says on Monday. Actually, that reminds me. I don't know if Mum would... No, Mum... Oh. Oh no, it'd be after my care. I just realised my mum's getting her blood test, another blood test on Monday at 3:30. And I just realised it's just after my carers. I'm like, brill, that will work out well. Obviously on them days I have to take the bus because there's no metros from airport to South Gosforth, I think, both directions. So I have no choice but to take the bus. Fun times. That's all I can say. Fun times. So yeah, I have to take the bus all the way there and all the way back. I have to. So it'll be waiting for a bus. How long is the next bus, etc., etc. I mean, yeah, I understood with the metro had a 25-minute delay because obviously snow and ice. So I did understand that. Luckily, I didn't have anything apart from the meeting. But I was on time for the meeting. I actually thought I was going to be late. And I actually had to warn her saying, I might be a little bit late because my bus pass doesn't start until 9:30. And I got there. I was like, yes. Literally like within 2 minutes before the library opened. I was like, oh, nice. It was quite surprising actually. I actually thought it was going to be late. I thought, oh God, here we go. But no, I was quite early for once. Normally when it was Spectrum, I used to leave around dead on 9:30. And I wouldn't get the Spectrum until like, say, 10 past, 10 at the latest. So yeah, I would have wasted 10, 15 minutes of that session. But I think my timekeeping is getting a bit better. Especially if I'm really ready for a job. I need to be like, right, I need to get my timekeeping under control. So, I like to say I've improved since I left Westgate College because I knew I was always late for Westgate College. But anyway, what else have I been up to? Mum's got a concession bus pass again because her original one has expired back in October. Well, I should say Halloween. And she's just got it now. Unfortunately, it's another year one. Don't ask why. She always gets a year one, and I get a 5-year one. But hey ho, never mind. I'm hoping my mum can ask questions to Nexus personally and find out why she always have to keep applying for a year one rather than getting a renewable 5-year one like what I've got and what my stepdad has, and I think my biological dad has as well. He's got a 5-year one. Like, really? Mum has to go all that jargon like every year. But I had this idea that occurred to me on, I think it was yesterday or Wednesday. It was either Wednesday or yesterday. I think it was Wednesday. And I said, Ma'am, you know how you always have, me to come with you when it comes to like town and stuff. My idea was like to apply for a not just any concessionary pass, but a companion concessionary pass. So that means she can still travel anywhere, but as long as she's got someone with her. It was just an idea, but I don't know when. The only problem with that idea, as much as it's a good idea, the only problem with that idea is when I move, she won't be able to travel anywhere unless she's with someone. But I can work way around that. I'll be only like a phone call away. She can go, right, Kieran, is it possible you can take me to town, etc., etc. I'll be like, yeah, no problem. So it was just an idea I had, like giving her a companion pass rather than a standard concessionary pass. So that way it states that she has to have someone with her at all times to take her to places. So it was just an idea. I mean, I know how much my mum wants her independence. I know she does, but it was just an idea I had in mind. I mean, she hasn't said yes, she hasn't said no, so I'm thinking she's thinking about it. So we'll soon see. I'll ask her again sometime next year before her concession pass expires, and I can ask her, does she want still want a concession pass, or would you rather apply for a companion one? So that way that will indicate that you have to have a companion with you at all times. Because I was going to be issued a companion pass, believe it or not. And I needed so many points for that one. But unfortunately, I didn't meet the criteria. But I wasn't bothered if I met the criteria or not, because at the end of the day, I am really independent. I like to think I'm independent. I mean, I've been independent for a long time, and I couldn't see myself having a companion pass. So I was quite happy it failed. I know my carers have to pay their passes, but yeah, it obviously it wouldn't work me having a companion pass because I am independent. So I think that's what they were like doing, saying, oh, Kieran is independent, he can do this, he can do that, he can do the other. So I didn't have enough points to get a companion pass, and I was quite happy I didn't. I mean, I don't mind someone coming with me to here, there and everywhere. I don't mind that, but I'd rather go somewhere independently. But that's me. Like I said, I don't mind the company. I just rather do things on my own. Which reminds me, I'm going to see 2 performances. There's a performance next week with Le Baudet called Freedom Moving Then and Now. That's a week today at 2. I'm like, yay! So I get to see that. I nearly fell through the floor knowing how much the tickets were. 10 quid. I know it doesn't sound much, but with this crisis it's a bit like steep. But I thought, you know what? I did promise Le Baudet I would see their performances. I never got round to seeing any of their performances since the day I left. And plus I didn't have any notification when they were going to do a next one. And so when my friend from Kenton School come Espa, who goes to Libertage, she said that they are definitely doing another performance in November. It's still going to be called Freedom Moving, so it's been called that for God knows how long. But apparently it's going to be bigger and better than ever. So I'm like, oh, I like the sound of that. I know it's a dance performance, but I did promise them I'd see one of their performances. And when I heard the words bigger and better than ever, I thought, right, sounds quite cool to me. So I'm going to make it my mission to go all the way to Gosforth Civic Theatre just to see that performance. I'm glad it's there rather than Dance City, because Dance City is quite a trek away. It is quite a trail away, because I would have to get the 10 or I probably would have to get the central, I would have to get the metro or from to Central Station, and then somehow get a bus to the Discovery Museum, and then all I will have to do is cross over, or even actually stop opposite to Nexus headquarters and then walk there. But I was so happy when she said, oh, it's going to be at the Gosforth Civic Theatre, because it's only like, what, 15-20 minute walk, give or take. Not that far. I mean, yeah, I could take the metro. I really could. I could take the metro from here to Regent Centre, and then it's like, what, like a 2-minute walk, give or take. But if the metros is going to be off for 5 days next week, from airport to South Gosforth, I think it was, then I can't see the point in getting the metro, so I'd rather walk down than get the metro or a number 7 bus. I mean, yeah, I could get the number 7 bus and then like walk that way, but I'd rather walk, get my steps in, continue on my 99 miles in November for brain tumor research, because that's what I'm doing. I need to add all my miles up, actually. I'm sure I'm down to the tens in miles, so I haven't got far to go. I'm like, but I forgot to do that today, so I have to put a cross on today. I mean, I could guess how many miles I've done, so at the moment, I think this is my 18th or 19th kilometre, I think, because normally 2 hours of walking is like between 4 and 8 miles. But if I don't want to guess, I could just skip today and then start again tomorrow. I mean, yeah, all is good. So yeah, anyways. So yeah, I'm going to see Libertage's performance a week today at 2. And then, I don't know how I'm going to fit this in, because I'm going to have to ask my mum's permission. Because I know I'm independent, but it's my mum, she worries. And I've booked in to see a play in North Shields on Sunday, the 7th of December at 6 o'clock at night. Yeah, my mum's going to freak out. I know she will. But it's what I want to do. I want to get out and about. It's what I said to the lady this morning. I want to get out and about. I don't want to sit all day and see 4 walls. I want to get out and about, and that's what I've been doing. I'm trying to distract myself with other things. So yeah, so Yeah, there's a play on the 7th of December at North Shields, but I've got to find it first before then. So I've got from like now into the 7th of December. I know I can't do it next week because of the Metros, so I can do it sometime the week after, and that will be kind of cutting it kind of close. If I'm honest, it'll be kind of cutting it close. Because I know where North Shields is, but it's the place I'm going to. Because apparently, according to Google Maps, it's only like a 3 minute walk from the station. I'm like, that sounds good. If I know where the hell I'm going. So I'd rather find it first before I can go, okay, I can do it. And this play, it's good. It's called Cinders on the Bread Line. The reason I'm seeing it, not just because it's a modern version of Cinderella, because I've seen all the Cinderella stories recently, but it's got one of my friends who used to be a Spectrum member, only a short time Spectrum member. He left. He started when it was obviously COVID, and he left during COVID as well. So he didn't last long, which was unfortunate. Because I wish he did stay longer so he could like start, doing plays with us and stuff like that. But I guess he wanted to find something that was him. So, and Spectrum wasn't for him, so I totally do understand. Me and him have been talking on and off on Facebook, saying what's been happening and all the rest of it. And knowing that he's going to be in a play, because he made an effort of seeing our plays, I was like, right, you know what, I'm going to see your play. He was really chuffed to bits. He wouldn't expect it. He wouldn't expect me to turn up to one of his plays, but I'm going to try and make an effort. And funny enough, there was with getting the tickets, because I thought it would cost a bit, but no. You just have to say your own price. Like, it doesn't matter what price you want for the tickets. So at first, I was willing to do £2. To be honest, I was willing to do £2 because I thought, yeah, £2 would do. But then it was the ticket fee, which was a bit more. So I think it came to £4 or £5 in total. I thought, shit, I can't do that, because I was thinking of my bank balance. So then I went down to, funny enough, a penny. Just a penny. I mean, what use is a penny? And then all of a sudden I was like, hang on. Write any price. Literally the words, write any price. So me being me, I thought to put down 0, as in free. As in have it for free. And I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not. And it did. I was really surprised. I was like, oh, I'm going to see this for free? What? For free? So yeah, like I said, I was so surprised it worked. I didn't think it was going to work. I thought it was like, you're going to have to pay something. I was like, but no. I was like, so yeah, I've literally got it in my Google Wallet department. So I'm like, okay. So like, now my next step is to find the place. So I'm going to make it my mission one day to go to North Shields and to find that place where the play is. So I'm like, but obviously when it comes to watching performances, I can't get my phone out because I was told off one time. And it was the Julius Caesar in the Theatre Royal, because I thought one of my friends was going to be in it. Well, one of them was, but The other one wasn't. So I watched it, but I accidentally had my phone out. I didn't record anything, I just took pictures. That's what I did. And then I didn't get wrong by the theatre. I got wrong by one of my friends. I was like, sorry, didn't know you weren't allowed. So, I mean, there was no sign to say you weren't allowed. But hey ho, never mind. So I'm going to try not to do that for them performances. So I'll make sure my phone is away and stuff like that, and not do anything. I mean, the only time I recorded a performance was the Morpeth one, because I asked permission and they said, yeah, by all means. I thought, oh, bloody hell. I wasn't expecting them to say yes, to be honest. I was expecting them to say, no, you can't. But they were willing. I was like, okay, I will. So yeah, that's what I did. I recorded their performance. Let There Be Magic and Scones. So yeah, I recorded that play. It is technically on YouTube, but it's not public, because I didn't want to do it public. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, they're the performances I'm going to see out. So I'm definitely going to see the Libertage one, because I know where that is. It's the Cinders on the Bread line. I'm like, I need to find that first. I know I've got the tickets for free, but you never know. And obviously I will have to tell Mum eventually to say, guess what? I'm going to see a performance on Sunday. And I know how she's going to react. But I'll be like, Mum, I've got to do things on my own eventually. I know it's at night, and I'm not used to travelling at night, but I've got to face it sooner or later. So, and yes, I'll be careful. So it'll be all them. When will you be home? I'll be like, hopefully, by my calculations, the show shouldn't be longer than 45 minutes to an hour, to my knowledge. So I say give it about an hour 15 at maximum, because I'm thinking like time of travelling, getting there, the length of the performance, then the time getting back, depending on how long the metro is going to be to get back, etc. And then, you know, take it from there. And I might actually, instead of getting off at South Gosforth, I might get off at Monument, go down to platform 3 and go to North Shields that way instead of going to South Gosforth, and it'd be the long way to North Shields. I find it'd be the long way to North Shields. So it'd be best to do the Monument one to North Shields, and then back to Monument, and then airport. Well, Gordon, actually. But yeah. So that's the plan. That is the plan. Or I'm hoping that will be the plan. I'm hoping. Funny enough, I just realised my neighbour was gonna my neighbour and I were gonna cycle yesterday, but I'm kinda glad we didn't because of the snow. So I'm quite happy we didn't cycle today, because there was quite a bit of snow yesterday. I don't know when we're gonna go back cycling, because it's getting colder and colder, and it's getting a lot harder to say, okay, let's cycle. So I can't see me cycling for 99 miles in November. I think it'll just be more or less walking and swimming, because swimming is included as well, which I'm quite surprised. So actually am doing well, pretty much. So all I'm going to say now is catch you later, YouTubers. Live long and prosper. Don't forget to subscribe, only if you want to. And just a little, not a word of warning, but just for your information, if I'm not back here on the 23rd of December, just so you know, I'll be taking a break starting from the 23rd of December, and then I'll be back sometime in January 2026. So I do this every year, as you know. I take a break like 2 days before Christmas, and then I'm back sometime in January. So that's the plan. Anyways, catch you later, YouTubers. Live long and prosper. Hopefully I'll see you on the 23rd of December, but if I don't, I'll see you next year, basically. So, Auf Wiedersehen.